poet constitutionally incapable of resisting a good joke. Publius Ovidius Naso — Naso indicates an ancestor with a prominent nose — was born on the second day of the Quinquatrus, a festival of the goddess Minerva, in the consulship of Gaius Pansa and Aulus Hirtius, in more familiar terms 20 March 43 BCE. The Ovidii were domi nobiles, local elite, an ancient family, as Ovid asserts and surviving inscriptions confirm, from Sulmo, a town set in a fertile intermontane basin in the Apennine Mountains east of Rome. Sulmona, as it is known today, was one of the leading towns of the Paeligni, a people of central Italy who in the days of Ovid's grandparents had gone to war against Rome, driven to honourable arms by their love of freedom, Amores 3:15-9. This war between Rome and its erstwhile Italian allies, the Social War, 91 to 88 BCE, was a catalyst, paradoxically, for accelerated unification of the peoples of the Italian peninsula, a process which Augustus, the first emperor of Rome, was eager to take the credit for fostering and completing. By Ovid's time, a native of Italy was also by definition a Roman citizen, and powerful Italian families like Ovid's had been absorbed into the Roman ruling classes. Had he followed a conventional Roman script, Ovid himself could have represented a culmination of this development, the first Paelignian member of the Roman Senate. This was certainly the ambition of Ovid's father. Alongside his brother, exactly a year his senior, Ovid was groomed for a public career, studying rhetoric in Rome and in Athens, a city past its glory days but still a centre for education. But while his brother showed a bent for oratory and the law, Ovid's was always for poetry. Obedient to his father and further motivated by his brother's premature death when Ovid was 19, he dutifully took the first steps on a political career, holding 2 minor magistracies, the second of which was certainly of a judicial character and opened the way toward the Senate. He also acted as an arbitrator of private suits, a role that might indicate a reputation for competence. In the Remedia Amoris, Cures for Love, he seems to offer a glimpse of his legal career when he recalls representing a husband in divorce proceedings, which the husband abruptly drops when he sets eyes upon his wife again, 661 to 670. But it was no good. The Muses would not let go. I was affected by my father's words, and leaving Helicon wholly behind me, I attempted to write words freed from metre. But of its own volition, song found its fitting rhythm, and whatever I tried to say was verse. Tristia 4:10-23-26. That account comes from an autobiographical poem that Ovid wrote late in life. The Senate house awaited me, but I reduced the width of my stripe, he continues. He replaced a tunic bearing a broad purple stripe, indicating senatorial ambitions, with the narrow parallel stripes of the lesser equestrian social order. As early as his late teens, Ovid had begun to make a name for himself as a poet, and his autobiography moves on from his abortive public career to the literary scene of his youth. Propertius was the author of love poetry that Ovid would imitate in his first collection, the Amores, and Q. Horatius Flaccus, or Horace, was the composer of one of the most celebrated achievements of Roman literature, the lyric poems known as the Odes. Both seem to have been close acquaintances of the precocious Naso. But Virgil I only saw, Virgilium vidi tantum. The greatest poet in a remarkable flowering of literature under Augustus, Virgil was the author of the epic Aeneid, a celebration of Rome's and Augustus' right to rule. The most significant cultural achievement of the Augustan age, the Aeneid also reset Roman literature. No poet thereafter could ignore it, as Ovid's wistful reminiscence implies. Virgil was 30 years older than Ovid, shy and reclusive. He died in 19 BCE. Tibullus, another love poet, died in the same year, too early, Ovid says, for them to be friends. Amores 3:9 is Ovid's poem-long lament for him. All these poets are conventionally described by